films have captured hearts across generations, quite like the sound of music. Since 1965, families have gathered to watch Maria twirl across alpine meadows and escape into a world that feels timeless and pure. But behind that wholesome magic lies a far messier reality. The production faced dangerous stunts, creative battles, personal tensions, and near disasters that nearly stopped everything cold. This beloved musical hides secrets most fans have never discovered, and our first one begins with an actor, a weakness for Austrian pastries, and a wardrobe department in complete panic. Number 1. Plummer's pastry weight scare. Austrian cuisine proved irresistible during production, and nobody fell harder for it than Christopher Plummer. The actor portraying Captain Von Trapp developed a particular fondness for local pastries and rich dishes, indulging whenever the demanding schedule allowed. What seemed like harmless enjoyment soon created an unexpected problem that sent the wardrobe department into quiet crisis mode. As weeks passed, Plummer's costumes began fitting differently. The tailored military uniforms and formal suits that defined the captain's rigid appearance required continuous alterations. Seamstresses worked discreetly between scenes, letting out seams and making adjustments while keeping the issue under wraps from studio executives watching every expense. Plummer later laughed about his Austrian indulgences in interviews, turning the wardrobe panic into an amusing behind-the-scenes anecdote. But during filming, it was no joke. Every costume change carried risk, and the tight production schedule left little room for error. His experience became a quiet reminder of how even small physical changes can ripple through a major production, creating stress in departments audiences never think about while watching the polished final result. Number 2. The opening scene was brutal. That breathtaking opening shot remains one of cinema's most iconic images. Maria spinning on an alpine hilltop, arms outstretched, surrounded by majestic Austrian mountains as music swells. It looks effortless, joyful, and free. The reality of filming it was anything but. Director Robert Weiss wanted aerial footage that would immediately transport audiences into the story. This meant positioning Julie Andrews on an exposed meadow while a helicopter circled overhead, capturing the sweeping panorama. The problem was physics. Each time the helicopter swooped past, powerful downdrafts from the rotor blades slammed into Andrews, knocking her completely off her feet and sending her tumbling to the ground. Take after take, Andrews climbed back up, reset her position, and tried again. The physical toll was exhausting, and the repeated falls left her frustrated and battered. Yet she persisted until Weiss captured the perfect moment. Watching the scene today, audiences see only grace and wonder. They never suspect that behind every second of that serene footage lies a grueling battle between an actress, a helicopter, and the unforgiving alpine wind. Number 3. Plummer's infamous day-off meltdown. Tensions can run high on any film set, but one particular outburst during production became legendary among cast and crew. Christopher Plummer arrived on location visibly furious, storming through the set and demanding to know why filming was happening without him. His anger was palpable, and everyone nearby froze. Plummer confronted the production team, convinced he had been deliberately excluded from important scenes. The accusations flew as crew members scrambled to understand what had gone wrong. The atmosphere turned awkward and uncomfortable, with even seasoned professionals unsure how to respond to the star's explosive entrance. Then came the embarrassing revelation. A quick check of the schedule confirmed that Plummer had not been excluded from anything. It was simply his scheduled day off. The entire meltdown stemmed from a misunderstanding, likely a miscommunication or a failure to check the call sheet. Plummer's fury evaporated into sheepish realization. The incident became a cautionary tale whispered among the crew, a reminder that even experienced actors can lose track of demanding production schedules and create drama where none needed to exist. Number 4. The boat scene nearly ended badly. One of the film's most charming sequences hides a genuinely dangerous moment that shook everyone involved. The scene where Maria and the children tumble from a rowboat into the lake looks playful and spontaneous on screen. behind the cameras, it nearly turned into a tragedy. Among the child actors, one could not swim at all. When the boat capsized as planned, this child went underwater without the ability to get back up safely. What was supposed to be controlled chaos became a genuine emergency in seconds. Julie Andrews, still in character and soaking wet, recognized the danger instantly and reacted without hesitation, helping pull the struggling child to safety. The crew was shaken afterward, fully aware of how badly things could have gone. Yet the filming schedule pressed forward, and the cheerful scene made it into the final cut without audiences ever sensing the fear that gripped everyone that day. It stands as a stark reminder that even seemingly innocent movie moments can carry real risks, especially when child performers are involved in physical sequences. Number 5. Quiet crushes behind the camera. Long days on set created bonds that went beyond professional courtesy. Filming stretched across months, and the cast spent more time together than with their own families. For some of the younger performers, those intense circumstances sparked feelings that complicated the working environment in unexpected ways. Several of the young actors developed crushes on each other during production. The close quarters, emotional scenes, and shared experiences of creating something special together made romantic feelings almost inevitable. Some admirers kept their emotions hidden, while others became obvious enough that fellow cast members noticed and whispered about it between takes. The production handled these situations with discretion, ensuring that personal feelings never derailed the filming schedule. But the emotional undercurrents added another layer to an already complex shoot. Years later, some cast members opened up about those youthful infatuations, looking back with fondness at a time when making movie magic and navigating teenage emotions happened simultaneously. The screen captured only the polished performances, never hinting at the real hearts racing just out of frame. Number 6. A darker film almost happened. Early development of the project took a dramatically different creative direction. Before Robert Weiss came aboard, another vision existed that would have transformed the story into something far heavier. This earlier approach leaned into Nazi imagery and political realism, emphasizing the genuine terror of Austria's annexation, rather than treating it as backdrop for a family escape. Had this darker version moved forward, audiences would have experienced a very different film. The warmth, the romance, and the uplifting musical numbers would have been overshadowed by an unflinching look at fascism spread across Europe. The tone would have shifted from inspirational family entertainment to something closer to a political drama with songs awkwardly attached. The change in director changed everything. Robert Weiss brought a sensibility that prioritized emotional warmth and hope over historical grimness. He understood that the story's power came from contrasting innocent joy against encroaching darkness, not drowning in that darkness entirely. His approach created the balance that made the film resonate across generations. The Nazi threat remains present and menacing, but it never overwhelms the love, music, and courage that define Maria's journey. That creative pivot may be the most important decision in the entire production's history. Number 7. A dance that ended an injury. The gazebo sequence featuring 16 going on 17 remains one of the movie's most enchanting moments. Liesl and Ralph dance through a romantic thunderstorm, leaping across benches in choreography that looks effortless and magical. What audiences never see is the serious injury that happened during filming. Charmian Carr, who played Liesl, was given footwear completely unsuited for the demanding choreography. The wet conditions inside the gazebo set made surfaces slippery, and during one take, Carr's ankle twisted badly. The injury was significant enough to cause real concern, but production schedules being what they were, filming continued despite her pain. Careful viewers can spot moments where Carr's movements seemed slightly restricted or her landings less confident than the choreography intended. These subtle hints are the only evidence of what she endured to complete the scene. The pressure to stay on schedule outweighed concerns about her physical well-being, a reality common in Hollywood productions of that era. Carr pushed through, delivering a performance that generations would fall in love with, never knowing the price she paid for those seemingly effortless leaps. Number 8. Maria nearly went to someone else. Before Julie Andrews became synonymous with the role, studio executives considered several major stars for Maria. The casting search was extensive, with names floated that would have created an entirely different film. Finding the right actress meant balancing vocal ability, warmth, comedic timing, and an innocence that could believably charm both children and a stern naval captain. Among those considered were established musical stars and dramatic actresses eager to prove their singing abilities. Each candidate brought different strengths, and internal debates about the right direction continued for some time. The studio wanted someone who could carry the emotional weight while also delivering the demanding musical numbers with genuine skill. What ultimately sealed the decision was Julie Andrews' recent work that executives had seen in previous screenings. Her performance in Mary Poppins had not yet reached theaters, but Disney allowed Fox executives to